What is up? Chris here, founder of Green Belly Meals. Today we're going to go over a 5-day, 4-night backpacking meal plan. Last time I made one of these was kind of a breakdown of what a typical resupply looked like when I was through hiking the Appalachian Trail. I've tweaked a few things since then though and wanted to go over them. First off, let's go over 4 basic backpacking food criteria. Number 1, keep it lightweight. So nothing canned, for example, no cans of baked beans. And we also really want to minimize water weight. So for example, maybe pack dried fruit instead of fresh fruit. 2 pounds per day is a good rough rule of thumb. Your aim is to try to keep your food as light and packable as possible while also providing enough nutrition. Which brings us to number 2, get sufficient nutrition. Your burn rate will vary drastically depending on your gender, your weight, how many miles you're hiking, and you really want to make sure you get a couple thousand calories a day, if not several thousand calories a day. And in addition to calories, make sure to keep an eye on the other macros, sources of protein, carbs, fat, fiber. Now I've kept my meal plan to pretty natural ingredients and tried to get the nutrition from a variety of sources. Everyone's diet is different though, so just use this as a benchmark for yourself and what you might want. Number 3, make sure all food is easy to prepare. I personally only cook in the evening. In the daytime, I just want to hike and enjoy the scenery. In the evening, however, I like to unwind and take out the stove and make a hot meal. Even then though, I keep my meals to 1-pot meals, meaning I can cook the entire meal in a single pot. It really helps simplify the cooking process and minimize cleanup. And finally, taste. I am big on variety, not just as in sweet and salty and spicy, but also texture. A lot of backpacking food has a tendency to be very mealy, so I really try to make sure I have some other textures in there, especially crispy and crunchy items. Now these are broken up by breakfast, snacks, lunch, and at the top, dinner with a little bit of stuff after dinner. Starting off with breakfast, we have what I have been calling the concoction, which gets a lot of questions. The recipe is constantly evolving. This one though is oats, pea protein powder, and cookie mix. I've added other things like milk powder, seeds, almond flour, you name it. I love it. It's tasty and filling with the protein and fiber. And really the best part is I can add cold water and mix it up in the morning when I just want to pack up and get going. Next up, coffee. I used to use these instant coffee packets like this. I've since switched to pour over coffee. Pour over coffee is night and day better in my opinion. I've never been a huge coffee connoisseur who will bring a French press nor a grinder out there. But this is a great middle option. These filters are super simple. You add coffee grounds in here, pour hot water on top of them, and the coffee strains out the bottom into your cup. This one is too small and will probably burn your hand holding it, so check out some bigger ones with a lip. I know MSR makes a good one. These are simple, lightweight, easy to clean, and reusable. Then we got snacks. I'll mix these up as I want throughout the days, mid-morning with no real set schedule. We've got trail mix, nothing fancy here, a classic nuts, raisins, M&Ms, and banana chips blend. Also have dried mango, kind of like a fruit leather or candy when I just really want something sweet. Almond butter, nice and fatty and filling. I'll eat it by the spoonful. Kale, I really like to pack some greens on the trail. I've been a seaweed fan for a while, but the taste admittedly gets to me sometimes. It kind of reminds me of fish food. Dried kale, however, tastes delicious and is really crispy. This one in particular comes with some coated with like ground sunflower and sesame seeds, really good. Then we got potato chips. These are actually Cape Cod, take up a lot of volume and usually get smashed down very early on, but I still love the crunch and they add a lot of fat, carbs, and sodium. Next up, lunch, Green Belly Meals. I started making these after through hiking the Appalachian Trail. Wanted to make a high calorie, ready to eat meal with all natural ingredients. Each pouch comes with 2 meal bars that provide 650 plus calories with a lot of carbs, protein, fat, fiber, and sodium. So I've got a variety of all 5 flavors here. I really like to eat these as a fast lunch. Then we've got dinner. Basically have pre-cooked chicken packets as a protein source, then instant rice and rice noodles as a carb base, and soy sauce, olive oil, and sriracha as seasonings. Again, I like to get some greens out there, so I have a head of broccoli on the side. Ideally, it would be added in and cooked with some of this, but I'm totally fine to eat it raw. So probably do 2 nights with the instant rice and chicken and 2 nights with the rice noodles and chicken, while mix and matching the condiments in how I want them. The rice and the noodles both cook very fast, that's why I like them. You can use a lot of other meats and carb bases in here though, tuna, salmon, beef jerky, couscous, all sorts of stuff. And after dinner, I'll have tea. This is chamomile and ginger. Helps me get a good night rest after a long day of hiking. And I'll also pack some fruit gummies. I love candy and always try to pack something on the trail to look forward to at the end of the day. And I don't have it here, but I usually pack some sort of whiskey as well. Again, I just like having something to look forward to at the end of the day. It's really nice having it by the fire. So there you go, 5 days of food. I really hope you enjoyed. Peace.